Hello everyone, Minky here with the second part of Let's ASAP Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Just like with the Sword and Shield Let's Play, I'm going to actually do Shining Pearl in this video, but I'm going to continue on as normal, if you will, so I'm still at the same point that I saved that last time. So, in Brilliant Diamond, so, I'm going to keep them in sync, and then when we get later on into the game, I'm going to start showing off both versions. I've really got to decide how I'm going to handle everything because, at the same time, I obviously want to. I don't want to just be like, this part's Brilliant Diamond, this part's Shining Pearl, this part's Brilliant Diamond. I don't want to do the whole video in just the one game. I want to alternate in each video if I can. When I can, that is obviously, because obviously not all the time is it going to be, fine to. I'm not going to be able to just do both, if you will. I'm going to just focus on the one because, especially this early stuff, because at this point in time, it's there's not really much else to really show off, if you will. There's not really anything to really go on, if you will. But in this case as well, it's what game do I even focus on, if you will? I don't really want to pick one or the other, because I always like to have both on the forefront, if you will. Yeah, at least with generations 1 through 4, we have, Yellow, Crystal, Emerald, and Platinum, but here, we don't really have anything that's proper one or the other, if you will, kind of thing, if you know what I mean, that kind of thing. So yeah, I can't really do that, but if anything, at least this is next best, if you will. You're playing both simultaneously, and in the case of Lessons Arceus, I can just play that. So anyway. But yeah, here we are, Route 202 already. As you can see, this is my new file. This is my my other file, I should say, the Shining Pearl file, obviously. And yeah, I got Calm on my Turtwig here. So yeah, that's something, I guess. Right, now on that note, let's get our adventure started then. Got to do a few things. Obviously, I'm gonna try and catch some Pokemon, like the Shinx. So I might as well get started on that. See, Intimidate. Okay, that's kind of nice in a way. If anything, actually, it's kind of beneficial to me because it means I'm going to do less damage to them. And I actually want to do that in this case because it's an ACP one. I'm going to catch the Pokemon, so which I will make the progress in Brilliant Diamond off screen because at this point it is just the beginning of the game, so there's not really an awful lot to really show off, if you will. There's not really much I can really do, if you will. That's gonna be anything interesting, if you will. Whereas later on, there's gonna be a lot more I can show off, doing all this training and the Pokemon I have and whatnot, and just all that kind of stuff. So that's something I got to look into. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna catch some Pokemon. I'm gonna try and catch some Pokemon first before we take on the first trainer, because I feel like this game's gonna be a little harder than Sword and Shield. To sort things out, if you will, and plus we've already got the first trainer when we don't even have any, other Pokemon. We've only got this one patch of grass to catch Pokemon in. Well, pretty much only this one. And you know what? I'm actually going to go back to Route 201 because I'm pretty sure. I'm sure there's no Shinxes there, and then I want to say that both the other two Pokemon, Bidoof and Starly, that spawn there, I want to say they're 50-50, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I know Cricketot's kind of here as well. But I think they're only here during the morning, in which case I'll have to wait until I get that sorted, so there is that. I'll have to play during the actual morning, if you will. As opposed to... I guess I could time travel, that's fine. I'm not against that. And that's not even against ATP rules, it's fine, because it's because sometimes, you are just inconvenienced with your life, if you will. You've got a job and whatnot. You've got to be able to, you gotta do stuff at certain points, and then maybe you're just too tired on your days off or whatever. And the sleep schedule and whatnot. So time travel's fine if you've got like an excuse like that, if you will, kind of thing. But yeah, it's just a matter of like finding these Pokemon and getting the time for it, if you will. Hey, Bidoo's nice. After I catch this guy, I'm gonna then check out natures and whatnot. I don't really need to get anything good on these natures. I just need to get something. Well, it would be nice if I can get something good, but if not, then I'll just see about breeding them on like my main files and whatnot, and then just trading them over. Because in that case, I mean, it's got to be something that I can actually get. So in this case, I can do Bidoof because we can get them now. But I can't really get. I can't get Ghastly yet, because Ghastly isn't for a while. I guess you could make the argument that I can get Geodude at this point, because I know for a fact you can get Geodude without using Rock Smash. So you could technically make that argument. But that's neither here nor there, I guess, for now. That's something for later, if you will. I mean, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that because, for the most part, I don't want to, get myself something prematurely like that, if you will. I want to make sure that I get everything proper, if you will. I want to make sure that all of this is just proper stuff, if you will. I'm fine with stuff that I know that I can do, like getting, an egg, like a turtwig egg that's really good, if you will, that's got a good nature and whatever. Or getting a good build started, if you will, EV training and whatnot on the other file, just making sure that I'm getting good EVs and whatnot, and good stats and whatnot, but even using bottle caps and whatnot to make sure that I get best IVs, if you will. I'm fine with that kind of stuff I'm fine with, but I'm not going to do anything too drastic, if you will. So, that's something I guess to look forward to, if you will. I mean, it really depends on what build I even go for at that point, because, there's so much I can really do. And, I mentioned this in the Sword and Shield one, I think in part 2, actually. To be fair, these AZP ones are 0 extra player versions, meaning that I can't use a different save file to help me get something that I'm not supposed to have. But that only applies to Pokemon that I actually can't get. So, for example, I can't get Chimchar or Piplup in either of these AZP runs. I just can't. I can't get them. Well, I might be able to get them in the wild in the future, but I can't, I just can't have them now, basically. I think you can get them after the National Dex, but I'm not too sure on that, but that's for later. But for right now, I can't get them. I have to be able to catch them myself, is what I mean. I have to be able to catch them myself in this file, if you will. Otherwise, I can't get them. And I can't get, I can't get Gengar or Golem or anything like that. I can't get those Pokemon because they require Trade Evolution to get them. So I can't get those. I can't get version exclusives. So in this case, I think Stunky and Glameow are both version exclusives. So I can't get Stunky in Shining Pearl, and I can't get Glameow in Brilliant Diamond. So that's something. That's something I can't do. And then, but I can get them in. I can obviously get Stunky in Brilliant Diamond though, which you have to get them in Brilliant Diamond, but you can't get them in Shining Pearl. That's something. And then what else is there? But okay. So if you have a player 1, if you have a 1-player edition, if you will, to help you out. In this case, Shining Pearl. Let's say that you have a Shining Pearl as your 1 extra player while you're doing an ACP run on Shining Pearl. That means that you can't get Stunky, but you can get one of the other 2 starters at this point. So in this case, I might pick Chimchar as my second Pokemon, as my second starter, if you will, in this Shining Pearl. If I had, the one additional player rule kind of thing going on for me. And then, but if I had Brilliant Diamond, well, if I have 2 Shining Pearl players helping me out, then that means I can get all 3 starters. And if I have if I swap out one of the Shining Pearls for a Brilliant Diamond, then that means that I can get Stunky, instead of Glameow, if you will, or I can get both, even I should say. I can get both. But, in that case, if I were to do that, I have to wait until I get Glameow before I can get Stunky. Otherwise it doesn't count, if you will. You know what I mean? It has to be when I can actually get Stunky, quote unquote, if you will. Which is when you get Glameow. That kind of thing. That's the kind of idea there is. And it also means that if you have one additional player helping you out, in this case, then that means that when you get Graveler or Haunter or any trade evolutions, you can get those as well. You can get the Gengar and the Steelix and the whatnot as well. The only thing is, with Steelix is that you need both the Onyx and the Metal Coat. So you can't get so if you have just Onyx, but no Metal Coat, you can't get Steelix until you get that Metal Coat. And it has to be on this save file to get to get the Metal Coat and the Onyx in order to get Steelix. Even if you have the extra game file and use that to help you get a Metal Coat prematurely and whatnot, you have to wait until you actually get the Metal Coat. Or the Sizzle, or whatever Pokemon we're talking about that has a hold item trade kind of thing. So that's just, that's something you got to worry about, if you will. And yeah, just one more battle and then I can move on. Yeah, I just want to make sure I actually I'm actually good enough to actually make some progress here. I don't want to just fall behind or anything. I don't want to faint, if you will. I guess I should have trained up off screen, which I'll do in the future, but, in here, I'll obviously, but for now, I'm just showing stuff off. I'm just showing kind of how I do things, if you will. If anything, he's got 28 health, actually, that's pretty cool. But yeah, what was I saying? So this is one tip, if you will, for training, if you will, is like, fill up your team. Fill up your team with Pokemon. At least in a game like this, where it actually gives you experience points for all your Pokemon, even if they don't take part, include as many as you can, because in that way you get to train up more Pokemon at a time, if you will. Especially if they have Pickup as an ability, that's really good. So that is technically a benefit to the experience all being in these games. It just sucks because you can't turn it off. So I wish they did do. I wish they'd let you turn it off, because then turning it off, being able to turn it off means you have the choice, right? But on top of that, it means that, like, in that case, it obviously goes through the menus quicker, because you don't have to worry about all these other Pokemon evolving or whatever, and it also means, no EV training for all these other Pokemon, which I know I've botched at this point for these 4 Pokemon, but that's fine. It's fine for me, but I mean, it's just annoying to obviously have to keep on worrying about EVs and whatever. And then what else is there? It also makes it harder as well if you turn it off, if you will, and you keep it turned off, obviously. So there's that as well. So it's like, there's plenty of benefits to having it toggleable. And so I don't see why it needs to be stayed turned on. But when there's benefits to having it turned off as well, Plus, there's also the fact that it's like, I mean, why not call it the experience all, then, as well? Because it's applying it to everyone in the team, not just your first Pokemon. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. It applies to everyone, not just one specific Pokemon. Experience share is, for one Pokemon, and they've already had the experience all, and it's like, why not have both? And then that way, if you equip an experience share onto someone, but you still have the experience all turned on, it gives you more control as well. You know, that would be pretty cool, I think. But no, I guess we're stuck with it like this, which is really unfortunate. I think it's really unfortunate anyway. But and I'm saying that as an ASAP runner, you know. Like, I see the benefits in having it turned on, obviously, but there's also benefits to having it turned off as well, you know? So it's like, why not have it toggleable, you know? Why not have both, if you will? Why can't we have both? You know, why is that such a bad thing? You know? I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully this sounds good in this video as well, by the way, because this video, I mean, I checked a little bit of the previous parts, and I wasn't hearing it too well. Well, I wasn't hearing the game audio too well anyway. So hopefully it's a bit better this time around, but I guess we'll see, because I haven't actually edited any of these videos yet. Like, I know this is like the 5th video I'm recording now, because I'm recording it in order, part 111, part 222, 333, you know, stuff, but, like... Wow, that's the first time I've coughed in one of these 5 videos. Wow, I'm a little surprised. Because I was doing so well to not cough. And now I finally coughed, and I was thinking like, oh, that's so cool that I haven't coughed yet, and it's like, oh no, never mind. Oh well, but yeah, what was I saying? You know, I can't even remember, to be honest, so I'll put it in a call out, probably. But yeah, I also need to come up with teams for this game as well, for these 5 Let's Players. You know, I need to come up with teams for this as well, which I have come up with catcher Pokemon, catcher builds. So I've got to do that, but at the same time, like, I decided on 5 different ones. You know, 1 for each game, because I have my no repeats rule. But yeah, that's always a nice thing, but then it's like... But then I figured, you know what, maybe I should just go with the same Pokemon each time anyway. Make things a bit easier, if you will. And just not make them a part of the team, if you will. You know, just not an official part of the team, if you will. Either that, or make them an exception, if you will. Where it's fine to use them multiple times because I've got a legit reason to. Yeah, and to be fair, I do have a legit reason to, because... it's an ACP and I need to catch all these Pokemon and train them up and whatnot, so... You know... So yeah... Oh, I need to check the natures actually, yeah, I'll do that in a second. Yeah, I'll do that in a second and then I can see how things are going. Yeah, I think that's a ledge guy. What's an item over there? Alright, let's see what these guys are about. Rash... that's something alright. I mean, this increases Thundershock's power, that's pretty cool. Mild... I don't know about that one, to be honest. Yeah, actually, I don't really know, because I don't think they get really that many special attacks, if at all. And BD if we get Modest, really. I think that's the complete... Maybe not the opposite of what you'd want in them, but well... I didn't even check abilities. Unaware, ignores the target stat changes, okay, cool. Keen Eye, prevents accuracy loss, and Intimidate, that's obvious. Yeah, and Overgrow, that's obvious as well. Starters are always obvious. They're always the same, at least the same regular ability anyway. You have to go out of your way to get a hidden ability on them. But yeah, here we go, here's Dawn. And she's coming out of town for some reason. And, well, she notices we got 4 Pokemon. And that page of Pokédex should be full in no time at all. Yeah, I hope so. In Jubilife City, there's the trainer school, which, well, you know. I don't think any of us will need to go there, will we? Bloody hope not. You should fit... Wow. Minky, you should... Minky, you hope you don't have to visit it. But you should visit it. You get some turns in Pokemon. Oh yes, Barry went to the training school earlier. Okay, bye now. And she goes back into town for no reason. Like, why? Why? Like, you could have just had to go back into Route 202 just to catch some Pokemon, but no, it's just like, she just goes up. Oh well. But yeah, here we go. Here we've delivered the parcel to Barry. And like I was saying last time, I think I cut myself off, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, there's 2 time apps in there, one for Barry and one for me, so you know, why we didn't get it earlier, I don't know, but oh well, it is what it is, I guess. I'm on the road to become the greatest trainer of all times. Wow, this sounds a lot like Generation 1 of Pokemon, doesn't it? Had to deliver a parcel, and it got a rival who's going to be the best. So that's something, if you will. Oh well. Right, so next up we have the Pokédex. The best item in the game. Yeah, Pokédex, I mean, that was pretty cool. I like that. Maybe I should see about getting my own Pokédex in real life if they do something like that. I mean, it's obviously going to be different to the game one. It's only going to be different to the game one, but yeah, you can spam these, by the way, and the answers are always yes. I'm not going to go over them here, but obviously I'll mention them here. Also, the second clown is here, but he gives you number 3 for some reason, and the third clown here gives you number 2. I mean, there's no order to it. You can get them in any order you want, you know. But I mean, it's fine, but it's like, why? It's like, what did they swap them? And it's not even a mistake in Generation 4 in Diamond and Pearl or anything. It's still like this in these games as well, and I'm pretty sure it's like that in Platinum as well. Well, okay, maybe I'm wrong in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, but it's like, I'm sure it goes 1-3-2 for no reason. And I guess the only reason you can look at it, if you will, if you want to look at it like this, is if you look at every column, if you will, of the map, right? They appear in the order of 2, 3, 1, if we go left to right, right? But which that 2, 3, 1, I know that's a number that's been used before numerous times. Well, not numerous times, maybe not numerous times, or at least not on purpose anyway. But I know that's a number that's been used before in Nintendo games, or at least once. So it's quite a number, so maybe that's why they put them in that order, because they wanted to make it in 2, 3, 1 somehow, but yeah, that's a bit something, I guess. You know. Okay, nice, time maps right here, nice. Yeah, Route 218, wow, speedrunning the game, okay, let's go, guys. Oh yeah, Route 218. You. As my boyfriend to meet me here on Route 218, but he's nowhere to be seen. Oh yeah, I remember you now. See, it is a Gen 1 remake, because we've also got the pair who are waiting for each other. Yep, here's your old rod. Nice, we're gonna need that, for sure. Oh, by the way, did you need any tips on using that fish? No, well, we're fine. Route 218 up ahead is great. It's a great fishing hole that's almost unknown to people. What? Are you serious? It's right bloody here. What's you on about? I don't know, man. Let's put it there for now. See how powerful these Pokemon are. Probably not that powerful, to be fair. Oh. Okay, let's bring it up again. Oh, well, it actually just does it anyway for you. No worries. Because you've only got the one item at the moment. So yeah, that's fine. Obviously, as soon as you get a second item, you know, put to the registered. As soon as you do that, that's when it becomes, you got to make the decision. But otherwise, if you just got the one, it just does it for you. That's really good. Is it because you can't get anything down here? Because this is a much later route. You're not even supposed to be here until you're on the way to the 6th gym. Oh well, I guess not. I'll have to look into that later. Either that or they're really rare for no reason. Because it's like, why would you be... I mean, why would you use the old... Well, I mean, not why would you use it. Obviously, I know why you'd use it. So you can get some Pokemon, you know? Like, why wouldn't I use it? You know, it's like, of course I want to use it. I want to get Magikarps. I can train it up now. You know, don't have to worry about catching one later. Either that or I'm miserably failing. Somehow. Either that or I've just been cursed with the old one. Somehow. Oh, you just gotta be patient. Yeah, this is gonna take forever, man. Like, I kinda need it. I kinda need an old rod, man. Or not an old rod, I need a Pokemon. Need a Magikarp. Did he just not spawn at this time of day? Hey, here we go. Hey, nice. Jeez, how many was that? Like 10 almost? Oh well. Magikarp time. Because yeah, we do need Magikarp. We do need Magikarp. We do need to train them up and whatnot. And they're faster than me, although I guess that makes sense because I know Magikarp are kind of fast. Even without their ability Swift Swim. Yeah, but it's not like they're going to do anything to me though. I mean, they've got 40 PP to eat through before they can start attacking. Right, this should be good then. See, I like this as well, that you just... If you got just the one kind of Pokeball, and you press the Pokeball button, it just chooses it for you. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, not the best. I feel like it should be toggleable still, again. Which I know I'm going to say that probably about a lot of things in this game, and in general. Not to dig against this game specifically, just in general. But, you know... you know, so it's something, I guess. They are unable to swim against even slow-moving currents. They always splash about for some reason. So, in this game, then, I guess they're really weak swimmers. Oh well. And oh hey, we can actually get our own red Gyarados. Well, except we can't, because we need actually a shiny Magikarp for that. But, yeah, finally got us out to Magikarp then. What about you? Calm? Physical attack decrease? Come on, man. You can be better than that. You know, I'd even take modest, just for the sake of like having a mean Magikarp, if you will, like as a joke. You know, to have like a really bad Gyarados. Oh well. Right, well, I know this episode's kind of short, or this part. I call these ones parts, to be fair. Actually, do I call them episodes or parts? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I guess we'll decide that when I start uploading these. But yeah, I know this one's relatively short. Again, it's only like, it's not even half an hour yet in terms of the recording. But I think I'm going to end it there because the next part is a battle against Barry, and I kind of want to train up a little bit, and I don't want to have to make you guys wait again for that. So I'm going to go train up off screen, and then next time we'll continue on with the battle against Barry and whatnot. And I'll probably, maybe I'll show it off in both games. I'm not sure yet because it's a bit funky with that, because BDSP is a bit, you know, there's a bit less to it, I feel like, than in comparison to Sun's Shield, if that makes sense. Probably not, but I don't know. But yeah, on that note, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a really minky day.